Hey guys, welcome back to the Makeup Chair. Today I want to talk about some of my favorite makeup bag essentials. So basically everything that is in my makeup bag, but I've decided to go for a complete drugstore makeup bag. I think the gap between high-end quality and drugstore quality is getting so close now that it's like, why not go with drugstore? You're more inclined to put loads of makeup on your face without feeling guilty of wasting it by just sitting at home doing nothing. So everything on my face right now is drugstore, which is awesome. If you want me to do a high-end one, let me know. But starting off with this, which to me, even if I could choose any high-end one that I could use, this would still be my primer of choice. This is the Flormar primer. It is the Illuminating Primer Makeup Base, and it does exactly what it says. It illuminates and plumps up the skin, and it's a makeup base. Put this on, it will smooth it out, but it'll also go a little bit tacky, so it will grab hold of the makeup. Can't be without it. Use it every day. Use it on myself, use it on clients, different skin types, different ages. It just works. It's a phenomenal primer. I then go in with my concealers. I always recommend having two. One for brightening up underneath the eyes and working with discoloration. And then your other one is there for fuller coverage on areas where you need a little extra help. The Maybelline one is great because it doesn't feel super dry around your eyes and you don't want to apply like a really heavy, cakey concealer around there. Especially if you have wrinkles like me. I never wear my glasses, so I've got wrinkles. Whereas this concealer, which is by Note and it's the full coverage concealer, is great for counteracting redness. This is in the shade number 2, beige, and it's a very yellow tone. So pink underneath the eyes and then yellow tone around the face. And I just whack it on there. And then I use my foundation to blend it out. So there's so many different foundations from the drugstore. Like Rimmel have some great ones, Maybelline, L'Oreal, of course, one of my absolute favorites. But I have been actually using this one, which is the Bourjois foundation and then the matching powder to go with it. And what I really like about this is that they work so perfectly together and it gives me like a medium coverage, so it's not super heavy but it's not super light, somewhere in between. And to apply that, I've been using this brush, which is the 42. You can also use the 24. I'll put this in the description box. It's by BlankCanvasCosmetics, and you can just apply the foundation in the back of your hand, swirl it onto the top of the brush, and then just buff it over the skin. And because it's quite a big brush, it'll give you kind of a sheerer, lighter finish, so it won't feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup on your skin. And then what you can do is just use the rest on the end of your neck just to make sure that the brush isn't too wet and too full of foundation, and then use this brush to go on with your powders. And then that way you don't have to use like a ton of different brushes. And you can actually bring this powder with you because it's a great top-up powder as well. It has a little bit of color to it, so it will add a bit of coverage if you need to throughout the day, as well as deal with any oiliness and setting your makeup. Once I've set everything in place, I then do my eyebrows. And the drugstore eyebrow game, it's alright. If you can't find a shadow that's in the brow area, just go for an eyeshadow. Any eyeshadow will work as long as it's matte. And if you're looking for a brush for your brows, I'd recommend this one. It is the E38, and this is an angled brush, and it's quite stiff, so it actually catches the hair and blends everything perfectly. Great brush from BlankCanvasCosmetics as well, but I do have this. This is the Make Me Brow by Benefit. By Benefit? No. By Essence. Benefit have one kind of similar. It's a dupe. It's a really short brush with fibers and it's a slightly darker tint, so it's going to tint your brows. So if you don't want to wear too much makeup, you can just use this. Or if you just want to do it as a finishing step, which I've done today because I already applied some powder, just use this to set it in place. I love it so much, and it's only like $2.99. Like, can't go wrong. Now for the eyes, I'm gonna say this, right? I love my high-end stuff and it definitely shows up more on camera, which is why we use them. I'm just gonna let you guys know. But in real life, you can definitely get away, especially for daytime, using drugstore. And actually, drugstore eyeshadows are really up in their game. What I have on my eyes today is by WetnWild. It's called Bare and Beautiful. Now, it does have instructions how to use it. They need to work on their instructions because this does not go in your brow bone, but everything else is fine. So that's what I have on my eyes today. I just did a really simple smoky eye. For day to day, this is one of my go-to palettes. The only brush that you need for your eye makeup is a flat and a blending. This is the E40, E41. It actually comes with one of the BlankCanvasCosmetics palettes as well, so if you want to go for the Master Series, this comes with it, or you can just buy it separately. But that's what I used on my eyes today. I used the flat side to apply anything, and then I used the blending side to blend and buff it into place. Best brush ever, and I will put in the description box where you guys can pick this up, as well as a discount code. And then I just finished off with a Wet n Wild pencil as well. I love Wet n Wild. I love them. Now moving on to mascara. Drugstore mascaras, I think, are just beating the high ones out of the water. Like, there's maybe one or two high-end ones that are like really good, like worth it, but mostly go for Drugstore. And this one's actually a really cool one. It's a brand new one that they have out. It's the Superstar X Fiber by L'Oreal. And it's cool because it has black fibers on one side and then just a regular setting mascara on the other. But of course I use false eyelashes, especially for camera. So actually what I have on today are really, really cool. They're number 4 and they're by Kiss. And they just feel amazing. And what I really like is the combination between this mascara and then these false eyelashes. Perfect, because I get the volume from this and then the length from those lashes. I just applied a little bit of eyelash glue on those lashes, popped them up into place because I apply them in the reverse way, pushing them upwards. And I don't have to touch the fake eyelashes with mascara again because I have the volume already built up. And that way you can use your false eyelashes over and over again because you haven't touched them with mascara. So they're going to keep their shape for longer. Once I finish off my eyes, I then move on to my contouring, my highlighter, and my blush. One of my favorite palettes for highlighting and contouring is this guy. Whoever created this knows what it's like to have pale skin because I feel like this was created for pale skin. So this is the palette. It's very loved and very well used. The shade right here is what I use for contouring. I've actually been using this brush lately, which is the F14, to apply it. So I just do a soft 3 shape on the side of my face and then I'm good to go. But this highlighter, that's what I have on today, is perfect. It's not too silvery, even though it looks really silver, because it has like a little bit of gold running through it, so it creates a perfect balance. And when I'm applying that highlighter, I like to use like a fluffy brush like this and just sweep it over the top of the cheekbones and then through the center of my face, and I'm good to go. Love that highlighter so much. As far as blushes go, some of my favorite brands would be Rimmel, NYX, and WetnWild. My favorite one that I use the most often would be this one. It doesn't look like much, but when it's on the skin, it just adds a little lift. I've been using the F14 to apply it. I love that it's just a red color, so I never forget I've used this for blush. And the final step are those lips. And I love lip products. I think everyone's mad for lips at the moment, and I think drugstore products are really up in their game. But this one that I'm wearing on my lips right now has to be the cheapest one. It is $1.49 and it's from DEALZ. If you don't live in Ireland or the UK, you won't probably know what DEALZ is. Makeup Gallery Pout Matters in the shade something. I don't know. Does it have a color? And even with all of these layers, I still have like a moisturized velvety finish. Laura from Laura's Reviews on Snapchat, she told me about it and it is awesome. It's actually super similar to Corset by NYX. But there's so many amazing lipsticks from the drugstore. I actually talked about my favorite nude ones over on Instagram yesterday. If you guys want to go and check that out, check out my Instagram. It's at SineadyKatie. And that is it. They're all my favorite drugstore products. I love these so much, but definitely let me know what your favorites are. Something here that you don't like, something that you think I should like, definitely leave a comment and I will talk to you guys in a video on Friday. It's Monday and we're already talking about Friday. It's so close. It's so close, you guys. Hang in there. Okay, bye bye.